Welcome back, everybody. Now that we've talked about being organized and honest about doctor's appointments, let's talk about how not to organize appointments with doctors and shops. Here's my outsider to take up the rest of the story. Good morning again.
Good morning. So I will start again by talking about my laptop. So what happened was, as usual, Barry would always tell me not to rush. I did not listen. I rushed this morning and I was trying to pack my laptop because I always bring my laptop here. And whilst I was in the process of packing my laptop, it slipped through my hands and fell on the floor really hard. So it's a bit broken because I cannot close it back. On the right hand side is broken. So lesson learned, please do not rush.
And don't just rush in there and say, here's my laptop, because that is a very rude thing to do, especially if you haven't got an appointment. Here's my outsider.
That's correct. It is a very rude thing to do. Just don't turn up. You have to respect protocol by calling first, booking an appointment, and if you wish, you could call back and confirm the appointment. That's the way the process works.
And another thing we'd like to talk about today on episode 169 is not being rude to the people inside the store or the doctor's surgery. We also brought this up last week on the show. Here's my outsider.
That's correct. We brought it up last week on the show, and if you could go back on that video, all the information it's right there as well.
So, like I said, we've got a back-to-back episodes today. This is episode 169 now, and episode 170 coming up. Coming up later, we're going to be baking a carrot cake. Here's my outsider to tell you about it.
Yep, so this morning we are going to get ourselves a bit busy. We have in mind of baking carrot cake, and we will come back later and talk about it a lot more. So it's going to be a very pretty morning, pretty good morning.
So before I go on, an apology for the cancellation of our Manly broadcast yesterday, but hopefully we will be able to bring it to you on Tuesday. Fingers crossed. But back to today's show and how not to organize. Now, don't just barge in there like Brother as just said, you've got to make an appointment. It's the same with my wheelchair. If I need something fixed, I'm going to arrange with the manager about what day I can fit this in. Here's my outside.
That's correct. So you have to organize with an appointment. Barry cannot re-emphasize that. We normally book an appointment. If Barry has to be for an appointment, he organizes it. He pre-organizes it with the taxi driver, with the house managers, with the carer as well. So please, 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 you have to call the hospital and or the clinic, the medical center, even with your wheelchair. It could be for any other thing. Please call and organize and book an appointment first.
So don't just organize. Don't just think you've got the appointment organized, okay, without confirming it or discussing the reasons for the appointment, because if your reasons are not valid, then you're wasting your time. here's my offsider.
That's correct. If the reason is not valid, then you are wasting your time. I like that. So please, 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 please do yourself the honors and the favor by organizing prior to your appointment and making sure that they will give you a date that is suitable for them and yourself and putting that in your diary or even letting the house managers know to prompt you if you can and telling your carers, please.
So don't just say, hello, I'm here to see such and such, because your appointment that may not be in the appointment book is my offsider.
That's correct. Your appointment may not be in the appointment book, as Barry said. So it is very, very important to organize yourself before then.
Like example, a few weeks ago, I rang the doctor to check an appointment, and it was a good thing I did. But the appointment was not on the system. It's my offside.
It is a very important thing Barry did. Sometimes they may book an appointment for you and it's not confirmed. So there is nothing wrong calling maybe a day or two before to make a confirmation of that appointment that you've already made.
And sometimes, okay, mistakes happen. Here's my offside.
That's correct. They are only human like we are as well. They make mistakes. The system makes mistakes. So please, if you book an appointment, write it in your diary and give yourself the favor by giving them a call maybe a day before to confirm the appointment date and time.
So don't just go in there, guys, and be rude and abusive and assume that you've got an appointment, okay, when you haven't, because you've wasted your time and petrol. Here's my offside.
That's correct, because you've wasted your time and petrol. As I said, we are humans. They make mistakes as well. So please, 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 always follow the Barry way. That's what I'll say. The Barry way.
I like that. So, another thing we'd like to bring up on how not to organize the appointment is, don't just turn up at the hospital without the referral. Here's my offsider.
That's correct. You have to turn up the hospital with a referral. You cannot at any chance go to the hospital with no referral. You have to.
Because if you need something done at the hospital, okay, you have to go to the doctor first. Here's my offsider.
That's correct. You have to go to the doctors first and get that organized for you.
So don't just turn up at the clinic thinking you've got everything when you haven't, because again you've wasted time and petrol and even money and doctors and the taxi drivers' time. Here's my offsider.
Of course, yes, you've wasted everyone's time, and that's not right. Please.
Please, we cannot say this enough to you people watching our episode today. So don't be stupid, guys. Organize yourselves properly. Okay? Have good valid reasons. Okay? Don't just or not organize the appointments. They have to be organized properly. Here's my offside.
That's correct. Oh, yeah. So it is very, very important to organize yourself. Barry cannot say it, so always follow the Barry's way, and you will be fine.
Okay, and not being prepared. Like as I said in the opening sequence today, don't just get in the taxi and think, oh no, I haven't got this, I haven't got that. Because the driver will have to turn around and come back. Here's my offside.
That's correct, and that's a waste of time for you, the appointment, and the taxi driver's time, and that's not what we want.
And that's not the way to organize an appointment, guys. Please, don't just not organize yourself. And on the last subject, don't just assume that your taxi driver will turn up if you haven't booked him. Here's my option.
Yep, they are not computers, they are human like you do. Don't expect they will turn up if you haven't pre organized or arranged with them.
So this is where we'd like to end episode 169 on being honest and organizing appointments and that. Okay, and how not to organize the appointments before we do close episode 169 today. Please take on board what we have said. Here's my offside.
That's correct. Please take on board on what we've said today. These are very important guidelines to assist you or help you in making appointments and being honest. Please follow the Barry way.
Okay, so that's the end of episode 169. Episode 170 is coming up shortly, so don't go away. Here's my outsider for her closing message about episode 169 and what we've said to you so far today.
Hi guys, thank you so much again for watching today. We really appreciate your time and efforts. Please leave your comments down below with your experiences with an appointment, and Barry would be more than happy to answer these questions. Please also like, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend, and also thank you once again for watching.
And we will be back with episode 170 shortly. We're going off to have a cup of tea and to get this carrot cake baked. We cannot wait to share this recipe with you. So don't go away, viewers. Episode 170 coming up shortly. So please do take on board what we have said to you this morning. Here's my outsider to take us out with that message.
Yeah, so thank you so much, everyone. I cannot keep thanking you. I don't have much to say, but whatever Barry has said is very, very important. So tell a friend to tell a friend.
Okay, so we will be back with episode 170 shortly, so don't go away. Rosa and I will be back. You're watching the Daily Wraps. And just a reminder, it is the final days of summer. And this is the last video of the summer series as well. So plenty more coming up on the last edition of the summer series. Stay. We'll be back with more after the break.